What up? This your boy Oshin. This is another episode of Oshin's View. You already know who I'm here in the building with. Little brother Devin Epps.
What's good?
And executive producer Willie Negro.
What's going on, fellas?
You notice I always give him a higher. Like,
every time we come on, yeah, right.
And I gotta change that. Because let's just let's just put this shit all on the open. Right. What you call it when the big contracts come? Right. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you said this thing is an executive producer," and I'm looking at the damn money 100%. Like, hell no. I'm like, oh, did I say executive? I said executive.
I'm the one. I run all this.
Yeah, right.
I do it all.
Please go have me in here like that episode of Martin and like just don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Being there like, oh shit, so what do you think? Gotta go. So, first off I want to talk about is the fact that we've been going crazy on Instagram.
Yeah.
Continue to subscribe to Oshin's View and Oshin's 149. Y'all have been showing a lot of love. Those reels have been going crazy, and the love is just coming through. I was in the barbershop yesterday getting my chop, and see, and you do that every episode. But I was in there getting the barbershop.
I do.
I was in the barbershop. I'm in the barbershop, and they were talking about, barbershop talk stuff. And as I get turned around, because my cut was finished, guy that I was talking to another gentleman that was behind me. Mm-hmm. I stand up. He says, yo, Oshin, tell him about such and such. I turned around, right here to my mother. The dude looked at me, stepped back. He said, Oshin's View. He said, I've seen you on Facebook. He was like, yo, and like he kind of went in. I'm not gonna call that man a groupie nothing because it wasn't like that. But he definitely was like, it was one of those, I think he wanted me to know that I'm not just saying it, like I've watched your clips, like I've seen episodes. And we shook hands and everything.
That's what's up.
That felt good. That felt good, no homo. And
hey. Guess
the Brooklyn Nets fan now.
I was a Brooklyn Nets fan.
Oh, okay.
But now that Kevin Durant is gone, I'm no longer a Brooklyn Nets fan.
So are you, right?
So
you one of them.
I'm exactly one of them. Like, so, no, because this is just the world we live in. This is the sports world we living in now. Wherever Kevin Durant goes, that's where I go. Okay. Just like that, so y'all don't have to ask me anymore. Right. Yo, so what about them? Nothing. He ain't over there.
Okay. All right.
But I used the term no homo. Yeah. Me, myself, being an uptown cat, I know where the term originated from. I know what game and everything. But the problem is everybody shouldn't do it. Everybody shouldn't do it, but somehow it's become part of, I want to say, a certain level of pop culture / the integrated culture too. Because I don't believe everybody should say it.
You shouldn't.
Cam Thomas has recently, for the Brooklyn Nets, for those that don't know.
Right.
He's I think this is his second year.
I believe so. It's his second or third year. I think he was one of those two-way players coming in. But yeah, I think his is his second year.
All right. Yeah. So let's just say second year player. Kevin Durant has been out, and he's definitely out now because he's in Phoenix.
He's out now. He's out.
But Cam Thomas has had a string of 40-point games, 40-plus games. Yeah. The young man is trying to get himself paid. Nobody's mad at that.
Not at all.
He's doing an interview with Spencer Dinwiddie, who is on his second stint from playing with the Brooklyn Nets. For the Brooklyn Nets.
Dinwiddie.
And they were in an interview, and Cam Thomas says, well, we had a bunch of good-looking dudes, no homo.
Yeah.
There's a few layered things with that. That's for one. Me personally, I didn't find anything wrong with it, but you are in New York.
Yeah.
And your name is Cam.
Yeah.
So it's one of those. It's one of those double entendre, double meaning kind of things to be said. Because I'm pretty sure somewhere along Cam Thomas's life, people were calling him Killer Cam.
You got to. It just comes with Cam.
It just comes with Cam at this point. Yeah. It just comes. Cameron Giles, childhood friend of mine, he's been killer for as long as I can remember. Way before album deals, way before playing ball, he's just been killer.
Yeah, killer.
Mace has been murder for the longest. But Cam Thomas chose to say no homo on an NBA network, national TV.
That's Disney.
TV.
That's Disney.
That's Disney?
Yeah.
And it cost him $40,000.
Yeah.
Now, he's an NBA player. He's a millionaire. But this is the thing that's the crazy part. It's what it represents. Never mind the 40,000. That's a drop in the hat.
Yeah.
He's going to have to, it's not about skating on thin ice. He's going to have to walk the straight line for at least now 2 years.
You think they're gonna put him on the Kyrie plan? He's gonna have to go apologize and go.
No, hold up.
Sit with RuPaul and have a conversation.
Hey,
Probably
chill.
not.
Chill
Probably
out.
not. Probably not because Kyrie is gone. So the theory of him being influenced by Kyrie.
He was just there though. He was just there last week. He was just there last
The
week.
threat is gone. The threat is gone.
Disinfected all the Kyrie. And, yeah.
Exactly.
And
So
saged the sage out.
I didn't understand that sage thing either. Every time.
It's a spiritual thing. It's it gets bad energies. It's a refreshing.
He was
cleaning
in
thing.
an arena. It was corny.
Yeah,
is what it was.
Hey, he just did the court. It was just the court. He didn't go into the stands and do it. You know,
So
it's a
he
sacred area.
wanted to put some chi on the court.
Yeah, he had to bless the area, man.
Whatever, bro. Whatever.
The thing about it is this: a lot of times when these players do these kind of things, I try to keep it quiet about Kyrie. I've been vocal about my quietness of speaking on Kyrie. Yeah. But it seems that he's kind of a passive-aggressive TO. And this is what I mean by that.
Wow.
It seems that he just always has an axe to grind somewhere. Somebody's done him wrong. Somebody's done him wrong. I'm not in agreement with the whole, you better win a championship and we're not going to pay you. Because that was smart for him not to sign that because they were not winning shit. You know, like they just weren't. And so I got why he had to get out of there. But the problem is, I've kind of heard this speech before. You've given it in Boston. You've given it in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Now you've given it in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So now this whole, I'm going somewhere where I'm appreciated, not tolerated. And the only thing I come up with is, but for how long? When is the tune going to change?
And aren't you a victim of your own circumstances if you're being tolerated at this point? Like, who wouldn't want you? Who wouldn't want that kind of talent on that team?
Yeah, because his skill ain't the reason why they don't want him.
Exactly. It's you,
who?
guy. Like, I mean, you know, it's to me. I love Kyrie. I love watching Kyrie Irving play. But the whole vaccine thing, man, it seemed like it was just. You picked the wrong horse, man. Like it didn't seem to work out that well for Kyrie, and he decided to ride that. I think had he not had that pushback with the vaccine thing, maybe there would have been a little bit of more leeway and a little bit more benefit of doubt given to him.
See, I kind of respected him for that. Like
On the vaccine
man,
thing?
Yeah, man, he stood on it.
He did stand on it.
It was
No, he died on that.
Yeah.
He died.
how
on
he
that.
died on it.
He died on that.
Oh, let's just be real. I don't want to get into the vaccine.
No, I'm not getting into. I don't care
I
about
don't wanna get
the
into that.
vaccine. What I'm saying is this: what I mean by the hill that he died on. Okay, first off, it only appeared that he won it because it was coming to an end anyway. So it kind of looks like, oh, well, he stood out. He stood for something. I never understood his end game in that whole thing because I don't personally think he had an end game.
He did. He didn't want to get vaccinated.
Yeah, but the whole thing is this: you got Kevin Durant over there, you got him over there, and then you said, "No, I'm not sitting. I'm sitting out because of my beliefs." My thing is this, and I kind of want to move on from it. This is my thing. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm thinking about this wrong, but I guess what I'm about to say goes against the whole get woke thing because that means you would have to be asleep. Now, if he's just been awakened by things that he's just learning and stuff like that, then fine, be enlightened.
I believe so.
But I also believe there's a certain amount of people that kind of was all. I respect people when that kind of always been on certain tips, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Right. Like, always, you know what I'm saying? That's always kind of like,
consistent,
they're kind of socially, you know what I'm saying, responsible, such and such. A lot of times, people do things for the narrative. Right. I don't think he does it for the narrative. I just think his 1 year in Duke, it's Duke.
Yeah.
So that goes. You already know where I'm going with that. And it's like he's well traveled. Like you can't be in the NBA and not be well traveled, at least physically. And then you're learning things and stuff like that. And it's like it's opening his eyes up to other things. So I get that, but it's like
the first time I read a book too.
The problem is this, exactly.
Hey, yo.
But it's like it's almost like how you joked with me talking about the rappers that I like after they pass.
Right.
It's like he's coming around. And he was like, "Did you guys know that the Underground Railroad wasn't physically a railroad?"
Yeah, man.
Like,
That's
we
the
didn't.
vibe.
That's the vibe I get. Like, yo, I'm learning shit. My brain is expanding, and I'm like, fine.
Yeah, but my thing is this: if you believe something and you willing to stand on it, it don't matter what everybody else think. He stood on it.
Yeah. Okay. So and this is one of those things that I always laugh about. It's like, yeah, you can be right, or you can be wrong, and everybody can still get along and go along.
This is true.
So yes, Kyrie was right about the vaccine. Right. That's for that. He was right about it. It was a shaky thing. People are.
I don't think he was right or wrong about it. He just didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to do it, and what it really boiled down to is that he shouldn't have had to do it. Right.
That's true.
Shouldn't have had to do it. Right. Yeah, he was right. But look at the Brooklyn Nets now.
All right, but that was the situation. But that was the situation they was in. He didn't plan for a pandemic.
He didn't plan for a pandemic, but like at what cost? At what point do you not take your personal gain for the sake of a team? Now, if he was a tennis player, was a golfer, and he had this stance, if he was a boxer and he had this stance, cool, because it's you and your team of trainers and everybody is here for you. So therefore you can make those decisions. But when so much is on your shoulders as Kyrie Irving, you can't do that, man.
All right, but I get it. So in your scenario, he takes the vaccine, they go on to win a championship, maybe.
That team? The way that team was built? Yeah. Yes.
Or not. But
or not, but they at least contend.
In his scenario, he takes the vaccine, they go on to win the championship, and then he dies the next year.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's extreme, but if that's what he believes, that's what he believes. And I don't think they was going to win the championship. I think they had a good shot. But it is what it is.
Great shot at it.
The same thing I tell people about getting paid in the NBA. Championships are not guaranteed, but the contracts are.
Every time.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Like, yo, man. That's why he was the boy was bugging for saying no homo. Like, listen, man, keep your bread, bro.
Speaking of that, which is really not, I just want to move on. But what you call it? So having a conversation, close friend of mine, and we're just going back and forth. We're not even arguing. We're just going back and forth about ideals and things like that. So she asked a question. She was like, "How much does age play a part in how a man courts a woman?" And I was like, there's stages, because how you court in your 20s aren't how you court in your 30s and 40s.
No.
Hell, how you court when you're a teenager, because we've been courting women all our life,
right?
One way or another. If you, and by courting we mean it goes back as far as elementary school. If you've ever written a note, put some candy in that note, and pass it, that's courting. That's courting. You went based off whatever your financial situation was at that time. Like I remember being in elementary, and Valentine's Day would come up. Other dudes was just like, man, I ain't getting these chicks nothing. I'm up here, I had a few dollars. So I'm stopping at the store before, you know what I'm saying, I'm making the notes and stuff, and I'm putting the chocolate in or whatever they like.
Right.
Oh, they took all of them.
Yeah, right.
And went with somebody else.
Hey.
They went with somebody.
Yikes.
Not all of them, but it was a few that I started being like, whoa, like this is
a little more selective with this shit.
It's something. And I think the crazy part was I learned my lesson when, actually I didn't learn my lesson there, because I got hit again in Morgan. So when I was
just keep getting it.
But I just can never catch a break. But what you call it, but when I was in elementary, I brought the candy, and this is what really got me. Next period, I seen this nigga eating the candy.
Oh, damn.
The dude, it was a dude that was eating the candy.
Oh, man.
And this dude definitely was like, good looking. She said, good looking. And I'm looking at her. This was the cold-blooded part. Yeah. She looked at me with the, I just didn't like Twix. I'm like, bitch, yes, you did. You didn't like Twix. Why do you think I got Twix? Because you eat Twix every Wednesday. I pay attention to you, yada, yada, yada. And she looked at me like I was crazy. So I said all that. How much does age have to do with it? Because women are saying guys aren't courting anymore.
Right.
I'm a big proponent still.
What guys aren't courting anymore? The older or younger?
Guys, period. They say guys.
All of us. If one's not doing it, we're all not doing it. You know that. Come on.
Right. So the thing is, I don't believe. The thing I think for me with courting, I think is always the same thing for me. And maybe I'm just picking on women with this. Mm-hmm. Your standard has to be your standard, or your standard has to be that. And I kind of feel it has to be that across the board for every guy. But I think the problem is women aren't demanding that of every guy. And the killer part to me is this, and I want to pass the mic. The killer part for me is this. You're not demanding it for every guy. And you know how I know you're not demanding it? Because the other guy that's trying to holler at you, he's watching how you're dealing with this other guy over here. So he might have been the one that was going to wine and dine. But if he's looking out and he's looking like, you ain't, and he don't take you out. You complain every day about not going any place and doing this, that, and the third. But yet, when it's my turn, here we go. You must be used to me spending.
Yeah, right. But it's a Rick Ross quote that I heard one time, and I never forget it. He said,
but he ended up eating a pill and she didn't even know it?
No, not that one. Not that one. No, not that one. Yeah. It was pussies don't get pussy. And when you sit and watch the next man and how he's treated and why isn't that happening for me? That's bitch made. Huh?
I don't think it's the same thing. How? I don't say why it's not happening for me. I think, when I'm made by the standards, I want you to continue. Yeah. If you play this, I just feel the next guy's like this. If this is what you demand, this is what you demand. But the whole thing is this. So I'm going to throw a little throwback to see. So you basically saying, so the guy that's looking, that's interested in this woman, that's complaining, because he's only listening. She's complaining about things that this guy's not doing. But yet you still messing with him. Yeah. You still doing everything else. But then when I come along, flowers and diamonds, you like, whoa.
Because she's not responding to that. Like, that nigga don't listen to her. And that's why he hitting. Because he don't listen to her whine all the time and try to appease what she's doing. He's doing what he's doing, and she got to get in where she fit in. And that's what makes him the man.
Okay, well, we know.
All right, though, but to answer your question, I honestly think you have to do more courting the older the woman is. Yeah. Because if you want to be in a relationship, because they're older and it's more about what you're doing with them than just sex, unless they just want you for sex. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Peacock out of the biggest feathers, right?
Yeah, but when you're younger, hey man, if a chick find you attractive, she like you, like ain't much. You don't gotta do much courting.
I disagree. I disagree, homeboy. Disagree, because I feel the older they get, they've been through enough of life's experiences. And their outlook on things changes. Now, I'm not saying it's time to settle because you get older. I'm not saying that. But
women settle when they get older. Go ahead.
Yeah, but not according to what you just said. Because
No. I said you have to court more when you get older. See, because it's not that they want to be wined and dined. They understand that it's a level. Like, okay, I need to go out. Like young girls, they don't need all of that.
They need attention.
That's it. That's not courting.
But what woman doesn't need attention?
That's not courting. Courting is I'm taking you out. I'm spending money on you. I'm introducing you to things in life. Older women need that. Older women, they have more life on them. So it's more like, okay, at minimum, I know what I'm willing to accept. So it may not be you have to take me to Dubai and all this stuff. It may be, yo, on Friday nights I like to go out. You see what I'm saying? They understand what they need. With younger women, if they like it, listen, the more you have for younger women, the less you have to do. The more you have, the less you have to do. If you can show them that you have things, they'll just sit in the whip. That's it. That's all they need.
I'm just saying, I don't know. Well, I kind of agree with that, but then I kind of like, it's probably a different time too. Because that sounds like just sitting in the whip, that's 18, 19, 20, like that. I don't think
21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
I think about 25.
25 is about when they be like, well, I'm
else.
25. I can't just be sitting in your car now.
Right.
All right, you can go in the house.
Just come.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
That's what I mean. The older they get, the more they know they baseline. Like, all right, you're not just going to have me in the car.
Right.
Or, all right, you're not just going to have me in the house. All right, the Nikes ain't gonna do it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they know they got a little more life on them. Like, yo, I need this certain standard. They understand what the standard is when they get older. Young girls don't understand the standard. They ain't lived enough life.
Right.
That's that to answer her question. My opinion is yes, it does. How you court a girl and the amount of courting that you have to do does change with age.
Well, for me, you get courted how I court you. That's it.
Hey. And you have more resources when you get older.
And most times, my courting deals with what I like to do. So this is why I try to tell women, like, look here, if you have some ideas or some things that you would like to partake in, please share them. Because I'm a creature of habit. I will same thing you for 2-3 years before we even start this. You thought I was gonna say months, 2 or 3 years. Okay. Right. And I'm looking like, fine, we can do something else when you decide it. But until then,
we doing this.
Yeah. And that's it. So the crazy thing is, the conversation kept going. What does, and it kind of stumped me for a second, what does quality time look like for a man? What's quality time for us? And
totally different for a woman.
No, I don't care about that. What I'm saying, how does it look for how does it look for us in terms of, because we can clearly say what we like to do, but how would a woman know? I'm trying to help the ladies out now.
Okay, yeah.
How would a woman be able to recognize that this guy is engaging in quality time right now, either with me or without me? So let's start with the man. How would a woman be able to recognize what quality time is?
I think quality time for a man is just, just something that we don't have to go do some shit. I mean, I'm gonna talk from my personal experience, like, as far as quality time, like not making it an event. You get what I'm saying? Where I have to share you with other people. That's quality time to me. If we can do something privately, maybe go see a movie or something, or just chill around the house. But like anything where it can be, some intimate conversation, maybe not a movie. You can't really do too much talking there, but quality time spent is where I don't have to go out and we party or we have to have shared conversations.
That movie narrative, I hate that one. Like that gets under my skin every time somebody says it. Because the theory of
this nigga loves movies.
No, it's not just that. It's not even that. No, what kills me is the fact of how people. It's how they dismiss the movie. They be like, "Oh, why watch a movie? We can't talk in the movie.
Oh, you can
because we're not supposed to be talking.
Right,
that's the part that always like burns me up. Not saying you said it, but it's it burns me up because it's a fake way to dismiss and just say you don't want to go see a movie. I will respect that, but don't be like, why you want to just go to the movie? We can't talk in the movie. Bitch, we not supposed to be talking. And I said that
He loves movies. He loves movies.
I said I'm keeping the B word down, but I had to accentuate that one because it's simple. It's like this. There's no greater icebreaker than a movie. I'm just being honest.
It's an elongated conversation starter.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's for.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying make that your go-to, but this infamous, that's why I be telling chicks, I'm like this. Every time I see a woman get married and I see chicks like, oh, thank you. And while they're basking in heavenly glory for this young lady, I take my opportunity to take cheap shots. I'm like, oh, ladies, you know why she got married? Because she went to go see that damn movie. The one that you was like, I'm not going to see no movie. He better put more into it. No, he put in the movie and the dinner.
Which brings you back to quality time.
Yeah.
Quality time for me is any time that we get to bond. That's it. Anytime. We could be in the house, we could be watching a movie, we could be on Instagram and something interesting happened that sparks up a conversation.
Exactly.
That's quality time. We can be on vacation, just us two, getting that quality bonding time. I think where it gets lost is people think that you need to be doing something extra to spend quality time.
I don't think it's people. Call it what it is. It's women. Women think it has to be an activity.
Oh.
Why? Because put it this: a woman looks at an 80-degree day totally different than a man looking at an 80-degree day.
100%.
Because that same 80-degree day, that man doesn't have to work. He's been working 60 hours a week or whatever, just that and the third. Mm-hmm. She looks at it as a time to go out, let's be free. I get to put on an outfit, do something.
It's because
that guy's looking at it like, you know what? 80 degrees, that's cool. But it's real cool inside this house.
Right.
I get to rest. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I can cool
Nice
out. And that's it. That's exactly what I want to do. But I'm doing what I want to do. But she's internalizing it like, but you were just in the house.
But
I don't know about y'all.
It's because women don't respect the hangout.
At all.
Women do not respect the hangout. They can't understand why we hang out with each other. Right. They don't respect the hangout, period. Like, men respect the hangout. We can hang out at the crib. We can hang out at the bar. We can hang out anywhere. To hang out like, as a matter of fact, if you call up your homie and be like, yo, we down at the such and such. Nigga, oh, word? I'm coming. Yeah. It don't even matter. We could be down at the basketball courts. We could be down at somebody's house.
Niggas is hanging out.
Niggas, it's the hangout.
We hanging out.
Women don't respect the hangout. Mm-hmm. They need, even when they get together, they don't get together and hang out. They get together and go somewhere.
Yeah, close in.
Let's go eat.
They go eat.
Let's go do something.
Men don't call each other to go eat.
No,
it's always
I'm going to go get something to eat on the way there, or I just ate, then I'm going to go hang out, or I'm going to get something to eat after we finish hanging out. But no, we ain't yet.
Right.
No, guys eating together is a bite. Yeah. It's a bite. Yeah, like, look here, like, yo, and it better be something. Point this. Only time I remember being with guys going to get something to eat, we're all on vacation. Yeah. And we just let's go grab something to eat together or whatever before but that's vacation. Right. You know what I'm saying? We all in another state or country and we just kind of together. That's still just the camaraderie and stuff like that.
Because guys get something to eat when we hungry.
Right, that's it.
It's like, yo.
It's not the event, right? It's never the event. Yo, we're going to brunch. No, nigga, we're never doing that.
Hungry, yo. Where y'all want to go?
Right.
Yo, it's this new spot down there. Yo, I heard it was good. Oh, all right, let's go eat.
Yeah, right.
It's never like, hey, you want to hang out? Okay, where we going? No, it's like, yo,
come to my crib,
we over at the crib, we watching a game. Oh, all right.
Yeah. Bet.
I'm going to come hang out.
Yo, women don't respect the hangout.
We'll do it peacefully for hours.
Yeah. Yes.
Hours on end.
Yeah. Do you know how long you were there? No, I don't. I don't know how long I was there.
100%.
2 games? 2 games worth?
Hey, what were y'all doing all that time?
Nothing.
Chilling.
Hanging out.
Having the time of our life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In the world. Absolutely. Worry about them falling over, spilling in this. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hanging out.
That's the thing to do. Who the masters of me time is?
Who's up?
Men.
Yeah.
Men. And it's just, I don't want to be so chauvinistic, but I just can't help it sometimes. Because I hear women a lot talk about, I just need me time. And women, I want you to hear this clear. I understand that you need me time. You are entitled to it. You deserve me time. But what I'm trying to figure out is, if you want me time, why are you always around me? That's the part that I don't understand.
You seem to be confused on which me they want to be around. Like, is it me or is it me? Like, which me?
Clearly, because a guy's me time, once again, it kind of goes back to, it's kind of in cahoots with our quality time.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Because it's not, first off, a man's me time is not based on somebody else's approval.
Not at all.
Of what it is. That's the main part of it. Let's just call it what it is. It's not based on that. It's based on what I like to do and my personal ability to entertain myself. And I don't think women possess that fully.
No.
Because a lot of times, this me time that women like to have, it involves other people.
All the time.
And it involves an activity.
Gotta be.
Now, I'm not knocking it.
Not at all. Yeah, that's how you get
But you set yourself up for failure when you include other people in your me time.
Right.
And when you include events a part of this me time, because what can happen with the events? It can go left.
Go wrong.
Something can go wrong. Yeah. But when you truly invest in me time for yourself and you understand what you're trying to get out of it, it's a beautiful thing.
I wish we had a woman here. I really want to know what me time really looks like for a woman. Like, what does it, because for a man, like, me time could be, I could go to the gym and be there for hours.
Oh, man.
I could sit in the crib and watch exactly what I want, watch mad hood movies.
You talking
I
dirty right now.
Hey, I can get lost on YouTube.
Man, go down a rabbit hole. When last time you done a rabbit hole,
I can do mad stuff. Like,
last time you checked up on the Illuminati. 2017 was crazy. Like, I thought that everybody worshiped the devil. Everybody. All of them. Jay-Z, Beyonce, Jeezy, Gucci, all of them. Everybody.
For real.
Both sides.
But what does me time look like for a woman, though?
I can tell you what me time looks like for a woman. Girls, what are y'all doing?
Right.
It's let's all hang out and be me's as one.
Yeah, we brunching.
Because, okay, it's probably kind of all the opposite. Girls' night out, I'll give them that. Girls' night out is all about the girls.
Yeah.
They're sitting around, they're drinking their wine, they're having a good time. What's the new thing they've been doing? They're doing all that.
Cuffing videos.
The cuffing videos and everything. But a guy's night out, it's definitely about women. That's it. It's definitely about women. Like, it's not about anything else but women.
Oh, man.
And like this, but women that aren't talking back. And where are the women that don't talk back? The women that don't talk back are at the strip clubs.
At the shaky butts, yep.
That's it.
The shaky butts.
We don't have any problem with the company of women, but on our terms.
Yeah, right.
And our terms are simple.
You can be there, but don't say nothing to me.
Don't talk to me.
Unless I ask you to talk to me.
I remember a very valuable lesson I learned when I was around 25. I was playing basketball early in the day. Well, it was in the morning. Did the morning shift, and I played the afternoon shift. Long story short, the guys that we were playing in the morning shift, they were already in their 30s, some 35, 10 years senior. They was like, we're about to leave. It was around 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm still playing. No problem. I come up to my car just to grab something to drink. They're still sitting on the hill. And I was like, Dad, I thought y'all cats left already. They was like, and the dude was like, he said, young blood, and that's what he said, young blood, for real.
Young blood.
He said, young blood, this is my vacation. He was like, because by the time I get home, she got 1,000 things for me to do.
Yeah, man.
He was like, he said, my day has already been planned, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I was 25. Man. Wasn't married, doesn't know. So I'm looking like, nah, just do whatever.
Yeah, right.
He was like,
what do you mean your day doesn't belong to you?
He was like, no. He said, right now I'm doing what I want to do because she's got a whole day planned for me. Yeah, man. Didn't realize that until it was my turn.
Yeah.
Then it was like, what? Like,
woke up, you're like, well, I guess I'm going thrifting today.
I'm booked. And the thing is, I will give women this. A woman will do more so what a man likes to do just because he likes to do it. Us men, we do give pushback and little attitude for our sacrifice on what women want to do things. Like we hold them to a higher standard. What I mean by that is this. Whatever this thing that you're doing, even though you like to do it and we're coming, it better be fun.
It better be fun.
It better be fun.
I need
because
something.
we're going to need something to do it. But women, hold up. But women, I'll give them their props. They will do stuff with us that they have zero interest in.
Yeah.
That they have zero interest in. No, they will. They will do stuff.
I'm sorry.
No,
it's voluntary.
It's not. You disagree, homeboy? You disagree?
Yes, it's voluntary. Give me an example when it's not voluntary. Because our stuff, we can do without them.
No, what I'm saying is this. Yes, we can do it without them. But what I'm saying is if you're in a relationship, a woman they will hang out and do things more that we like to do because they know that we enjoy it. What we don't do for them, what we don't do for them in full. And what we don't do for them is this. If they have an activity, if we don't like it at all, we're complaining. Because it better be fun for us too. And that's not right. I give them that one. That ain't right. That's what guys, we kind of mess up on that one.
I don't know, man. I think men do a lot of things and get out of their comfort zone for women, with women that they don't want to do.
Like?
Often. Like, anytime we go out with a woman.
We have to leave the house. We spending fucking money. Like, I don't want to do this. I would rather keep my money. How about that? That's what I would rather do.
Hey, you make the best of it.
Right, exactly.
It's like, look, man, we out in this mall and I'm literally going to follow you around for 2 hours.
You know what some couples I used to be jealous of?
What's that?
I would see the couple that's like, they don't have a vehicle. They just be walking. No, I'm dead serious. They just be walking. They be doing a lot of shit. Matter of fact, if you look online, the couple that be boom, boom, boom. Now, granted, they're drug usage, but it's that camaraderie. That camaraderie. I do be a little jealous of that camaraderie.
Who he's talking about, though.
Thank you.
Like, as soon as he said it, like, I saw them. They're like the dirtiest version. They're like worst case scenario Whitney and Bobby. Like, if Bobby didn't get the deal, like, they didn't find him as a child, and Whitney took the Cosby deal, like, it was
No, but I'm saying, I look at their relationship, they are down with each other 1,000%. And I used to be like, yo, that's kind of relationship goals. Minus the crack.
Minus the crack. Get the crack way out.
Minus the crack way out. That's relationship goals. I was the first to say on my feed, I said, everybody's looking for that Jay-Z, Beyonce love. I'm looking for that Sinclair and Overton love. Because, see, in Living Single, that's for some of our younger viewers. Yeah, right, Living Single, the Overton and Sinclair, they weren't the stars. And first off, everybody was the star on the show. But they weren't the so-called super popular couple because he was a handyman. She lived with her cousin. They weren't secretary. But the way they interacted, the way they were down with each other, that should have been relationship goals. I think this whole relationship goals thing gets caught up with women because they make it, it's not just women, they make themselves want to be, everybody wants to be a power couple.
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, right.
But at the expense of everything being only about money, the expense of everything, I get growth. And I get building together. Right. But I just kind of feel there's a time and place. And my thing is this. I personally know how to be real silly with my woman.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel a lot of guys, if you don't know how to master that, to be silly, like, I'll have a water fight with you inside the house.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like that. Right. I'm going to do things like that.
And I'm going to win.
My thing is this. I just feel guys need to we got to become more of improvisational when we want to do things. Right. Because if you got money, cool, but it can't always be because of the dollar. You see what I'm saying? Like that. And a lot of times things get lost in translation with that. And women, they feed into it and be like, oh, he done bought this for me, he done did this and the third. Honestly, how long is that You know what I'm saying? Right. Yes, it has a shelf life, and sometimes the shelf life is some years, but it's going to wear off.
I like
it becomes a novelty.
I like to say people look outside of their relationship too much instead of looking inside of their relationship for the things that bring you closer and make you happy. That's why I always cringe at relationship goals or power couple.
Talk about it.
That's weird to me. Like every relationship is different. You know what I mean? Like what makes y'all go is not necessarily the same thing that makes everybody else go. You know what I mean? Like one couple might thrive off of y'all being successful and working a lot. Another couple might thrive with y'all doing crack.
Boom, boom, boom.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, but for real though, like y'all thrive off of different things. Like you like to be silly. I like to be silly with my woman too. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't really look at other relationships to define mine. And I think a lot of times people look outside and say, hey, they doing this, we should be doing that, or they doing that, you should be doing this. You know what I mean? And I think that can be detrimental to your relationship.
Speaking of detrimental, when women, they're married, we're married, we go hang out. I get it. I understand that to a degree. But it's never organic because you put us guys around other guys that, first off, we don't know. And it's not that we don't want to. And the bad part is, the way I'm looking at him, he's looking at me the same way. Right. So I'm not even mad that he's like, who is this cat? Because I'm like, who is this cat? The only time us guys will get the camaraderie is once the women leave.
100%.
And we become, in that quick 5 minutes, like, yeah, did you want to come? Nah, me neither. Like,
bond off and shit. That could be an undying bond right there, though. I don't want to be here, bond.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
I don't want to be here, bond. Then it's shit, nigga. What you call it? This game is on. You was about to watch that too? Me too. But that ain't because of y'all. That ain't because of y'all.
Right. That leads back to the hangout.
We found ourselves. It leads back to the hangout.
Now we hanging out.
Exactly.
Men know how to bond over. We have more things to bond over. You know what I mean? Sports is always a thing.
Always.
Sports. Always. Men can bond over sports, women, and work anytime. Anytime, because and traditionally we have to be providers. Yep. Most men love sports, and most men love women. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
So you can bond over that anytime. Women generally tend to bond over negative stuff.
Yeah. Ooh, you hate that bitch? I hate that bitch too.
Hey man, they generally tend to bond over negativity. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, these kids drive me crazy. Oh, they like to complain with each other.
There you go.
they do. Men is like, hey, you see that game? Oh man, he the greatest. Oh no, he the GOAT. Oh, and then women can't understand how we can argue for hours and be like, yo, I like that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yo, he's a good guy. I
like the way he argues.
Right.
The thing is, well, since we getting on, because I know a lot of women always say, you don't go in on the man, this, that, and the third. It's not about going in on men. It's not about going in on women. Right. But it's kind of, if you want to, first off, I like to be held accountable, but I also like to hold people accountable too.
Yes.
So since y'all want to say that, ladies, men, we need to start being more intentional with what we want to do in a relationship. Okay. Or how we want to count. We have to be. Speak now, the more intentional. I was gonna make up a word too, but let me just keep it there. Yeah. But
tear your partner.
Yeah, definitely was. So
it's waiting on that shit. Men, go ahead.
No, it's precipitous.
Yeah, right.
Has nothing to do with us. Just have it settled in a few weeks. So I don't mean being intentional in terms of wanting to have sex, because that's what they bring up a lot. Well, if you just want to have sex, no, because I still die on that hill. No, guys, do not do that. Do not just tell them you want to have sex, because you know they always hit you with well, maybe that's all I want. And when they say that, I'll be like, well, if that's all you want, why don't you say something too? Because I promise you I'll follow suit if you say that. Mm-hmm. But
set the tone.
In terms of being in a real relationship and how you want to carry it, or not being in a relationship, because the word relationship doesn't mean monogamy. No. That's one of the biggest things right there. See, people don't want to talk about that. That was a jewel. Relationship doesn't mean monogamy. It simply just means the back and forths of two people or groups of people, and how you respect each other, how you communicate, and things like that.
Right.
It's all a relationship. But a lot of people give relationship food and think, oh, that means we're together, such and such. No, it actually doesn't.
Right.
But that glue that holds it together is honesty and the truth and being upfront.
Right.
And
Right.
I think a lot of times, I don't know, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how many times guys actually go and they're with a woman and be like, oh yeah, I knew you was gonna be my girlfriend or my wife. I think a lot of times we kind of fall in line with how the relationship has proceeded and how it's progressed.
Because we don't know. So it's because we don't know.
Right.
I did tell my wife, I told my wife, I knew that you were the type of woman that I would want to marry. Mm-hmm. But I had to be with you to know if you were going to be my wife.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But to your original point, men need to be more intentional. I feel like real men are verbal, and they verbalize what they're going to do. They verbalize their intentions in the relationship. And I mean, not to give it away, but women, if they not verbalizing their intentions, they probably don't have their intentions are probably not aligned with yours.
Right.
I think that it's a period of feeling each other out, and that period can be as long as maybe a year. After a year, a guy kind of knows if you the one or if you ain't.
To add to what you're saying with that, husband material, wife material. I wish those two phrases would kind of just go with the wind. Because honestly, I've heard all kind of stupid reasons for calling somebody wifey material and husband material. So the stupidity lies on both genders to me.
100%.
This whole look at this chick, that's wifey material. Why? Because she's attractive? No. I'm looking like I've had a lot of attractive airheads. Yeah. Not y'all I'm talking about, but some of y'all like that. But I'm just saying, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot of women out here that have had attractive men that were dunce. And it was just like, come on, because a lot of people, we hold wifey material or husband material to the physical.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't look because we never look under the surface. They look under the surface after you've already committed yourself, or after you've already given your body. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Right. Now it's, well, the sex is good, the body is good. I fed the flesh. But now let's figure out if everything else aligns before I call this person husband material or wife material. That's why I said it's two types of doms. Because you can be a physical dom, but then you have to be a mental dom. Right. You got to be a mental dom, and that's all the other things like we go back and talk about before. Basically, the tangible and the untangible.
That is total package.
That's it. That's what gives you. So we really should stop calling people doms and start calling them deuces for 20s or something like that or whatever. Because unless you're saying she's a 20 or he's a 20.
What you're really saying is, like the trend that they doing on TikTok is, what you're really saying is somebody can be a dom, but it's attributes about them that can bring them down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
No. I agree with you. What I'm saying is no, because physical beauty is just physical beauty. That's it. Right. That can't bring you down. It can bring you down in the husband or wife department.
No, but, I mean, I guess I put it this way: like she can have a banging body, she can look as good as you want, and she smokes cigarettes.
Oh hell no!
Oh, that's a good one.
That's going to bring it down.
Unless you're a smoker.
Yeah, but cigarettes are cigarettes.
Yeah, but if you're a smoker, if the guy smokes cigarettes and she smokes cigarettes,
it's not going to be a problem.
It's not going to be a problem. Right. I hear what you're saying, but it's not going to be a problem. Only way the looks can go down, which they technically don't go down, but in your mind, like whatever, is if he or she is just an evil type person.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about looks though. I'm talking about me being like holistically attracted to you. Like everybody is in the beginning is all about the physical. I'm attracted to you, but you can become less attractive to me. Yes. Like even if you're beautiful, like you can become, especially after you've already had sex with somebody. You know what I mean? After you already had sex with somebody, you did that. Like that's done. You see what I'm saying? You can become like literally like, I don't ever want to speak to this person again. Like, it's just, I don't want to touch you. Like, what are you doing? Like, because like you're an airhead, or you just
you're a deadbeat,
or you're selfish, or and things like that. You see what I'm saying? Right. But that's what I mean by you can start here. You know what I mean? You can start here, but then certain things about you, about your personality, about how you live, you can be, your house is dirty.
Yeah, man. Oh,
it's like, yo,
dirty house.
What are you doing?
How much selfishness can you deal with? Because I believe that everybody has a certain level of selfishness inside of them. And I believe we need to have the space to be that type of selfishness. Okay, let me give you a small example. Yeah. Me personally, I hate sharing food.
Okay.
I don't like sharing food.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
Because the thing is,
I don't even know how you're married, brother.
No. Well, because what you call it? No, this is what I mean by sharing food, though, because here's the context. I'm not going to eat in front of your face.
Right.
I'm going to make sure you're eating and everything. But I'm a portion guy.
Okay.
So if I have a sandwich and it has 2 halves, I'm here to eat 2 halves.
Once again,
I don't want you to have
I don't even know how you married, brother.
How you figure that?
Because my wife, the way my wife is set up, is she getting a bite of that sandwich. It don't matter. She don't even need to want it. Nope. She can hate it.
Just wants one more bite than you ate. She's just going to get
at least one bite of whatever I'm eating. Yep. She don't got to be hungry.
Wife text.
She can hate what I'm eating. I don't even eat that. But it's on your plate. I'm getting a bite.
No, what my wife does is this, though. What she does is this. If I'm eating something, this just happened the other day. I'm the master of the bum-ass snacks. You know what I'm saying? I make good bum-ass snacks. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Trust me, next time y'all come over, I'm going to make y'all a bum-ass snack. Y'all gonna, all of a sudden, y'all going to make this whatever. Now, we know what real ice cream and cake is. Yeah. Y'all know I'm not a big time, I always call everything super exotic. Right. We have ice cream, we have vanilla, the cups. She had it was like 12 of them a minute. Okay. I bought Entenmann's cake because just during the week I just had a feeling just for some pound cake.
Yeah, pound cake action. Yeah.
So it's about 11:30. I'm like, dang, I really don't want to eat food, but so you know what I did? Cut a good piece of the pound cake. I grabbed 2 of the scoops, and it was kind of frozen hard, so like that. I put it inside the microwave in this bowl. On a minute, it didn't melt the ice cream completely. It broke it down a little bit, just enough. Because it was soft, I was able to do that. And then I chopped it up. And just kind of almost like how you made tuna.
Oh, this is a bum-ass snack. Yeah, this is a good one.
It was great.
It was you had to share that shit.
Right. And he doesn't do drugs. So it was a great one. It's organic. It's a good one.
It was great. I come upstairs. I said, here. No, but to her defense, here.
Oh, you like cherry try? Oh, yeah.
And she was like, oh. So the next day, can you make me your snack? And I'm like,
100%.
There you go.
Here we go.
That's going to happen. Yeah.
That's going to happen. But in terms of my selfishness with sharing, I'm more so the person that I will get you whatever you want. Just don't eat just so you know my plate.
Right.
Unless we have to. That's my thing. If we have to, fine. But if we
she
don't,
feels like she has to all the time.
No, and by she you mean women.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
She is women.
Not my wife. But how much selfishness can I listen?
Outside of things like that, to real selfishness.
So I can't take a lot. I'm just going to be honest because I am very spoiled in life by my mother, right? So I just knew like any woman that I was going to marry was going to have to spoil me. Like I am very spoiled in that way. So you have to have a level of nurturing, some type of level of selflessness to be with me. You know what I mean? Because it's just not going to last.
Work, right?
You see what I'm saying? I need certain things.
Need a giver.
Yeah. I need, hey man, if I come home from the gym, I might need my back rubbed or something. You know what I mean? I might, you know what I mean? I might need a plate of food ready for me or something like that. I've been taken care of. Right. You see what I'm saying? Right. Between my mom and my grandmom, women have always taken, and my aunts, women have always taken care of me.
So you're exactly what Melvin was talking about when he said, oh, you got it all twisted up, baby boy. You want your woman to be your mama, but this is my woman. He was talking about you.
100%. Like, my mom, my mom, and dad got separated when I was 9 years old.
Your people just separated?
Huh? My family, my mom and my dad. Yeah, they was.
I knew you was going with That's why I said the people just separated. The whole family.
Hey, but when I was 9, and she never like remarried or none of that. So like it was about taking care of her sons. Yeah. So I'm him. Yes, I'm exactly who he was talking about. Yes. Yeah. And like all the women in my family are like that. Like they just nurturers. Like
you got a lot of women in your family. I hear a lot of your stories. There's a lot of women in your family.
I got men in my family too. I got my uncles. My uncles was around too. They took it. They taught me things about life along with my father. You know what I mean? And they were providers, which is why I'm the way I am. You see what I'm saying? Right. Like that's just how it was. That's kind of what molded me. You know what I mean? So you get your idea of life from your experiences.
Exactly. I'm gonna keep it 100. What you call it? At times I wonder how it would have been if my pops was around. Now, I'm not the kid that was like my dad wasn't there, because I clearly had an uncle who I call my brother. He filled them shoes completely. Right. So I'm not. That's a technicality of not being the father. Right. But at the same time, I just wonder, like, because there is a certain level, because you're like, this is your father. Yeah. Like that. And I ain't got a whole lot of memories with my father, but it's one that sticks out to me, and it feels petty, but it meant something to me. I'm a big breakfast eater. What I mean to tell you, this cat came over my shoulder as I'm about to eat my pancakes, took my fork, stuck it in my pancakes, ate it, threw the damn fork back in, like nothing happened. Oh, I did not touch that plate again. And my mother flipped on him. Yeah. And I ain't forget about that. I said, you don't ever touch my plate like that. But
so maybe this is where it comes from.
Yes. Where it comes from.
Yeah, working through this.
The experiences in life.
That right there might be an aha moment, because I really was saying that really happened, but that whole share thing, that probably, I never thought about that. That's probably where it stemmed from. Like that.
Stay off my damn plate.
Yeah,
that's a metaphor for everything.
We got to talk it out, man. You talk it. This is therapy, man. You talk it out, and you understand what happened.
I'm just saying, I've been hurt a lot. Been hurt a lot. A lot of women have just ran over me. I don't know. It's a woman that helped me with all this. I don't know.
But they can't eat your food. They can't eat that off your plate.
I don't give a damn how much you help me. Don't touch my plate. But this is another show. You know what I'm saying? We did our thing in here, whatever. Y'all need to continue to subscribe to Oshin's View on Instagram. Y'all been showing us a lot of love. Keep subscribing. Keep following. Everything, the content is still coming up. We got something special planned for the 50th episode. Yeah. So it's coming up, because these podcasts, I applaud everybody that's trying to come out with one, but it's not easy work. It's a lot more than just talking. It's a lot more than just contact. You just got to stay the course.
I live this shit, man.
And as you see, I got my brothers here. I would have never been able to pull this off without them. And that's just that. Even though one time I almost did pull it off by myself, but that'll be on.
We'll tell that story too. We'll tell that story. We walked in on his goofy ass. We'll tell that story. Not today though. Not today.
That footage will be out soon. Oshin's View. We out.
Peace.